Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Energy Balance. This is from the same developer who made Energy Cycle, which came out last week. And by the time you see this video, this game will be about 48 hours from launching. I'd love to show you a video of Ninja Usagi Maru or Axel World vs Sword Art Online, but I can't because I don't have code at the time I recorded this video. So, let's go and talk about Energy Balance instead. There's not that much to see. How to play is obvious, and I'll be able to tell you how it works in the game anyway, and if you hit R, you'll just see the credits. Notably, you won't actually see any sort of stats this time, because there's no time attack or survival zen mode, whatever you want to call it. There's only hardcore mode and square mode, which I haven't unlocked yet for reasons. And I mentioned that hardcore mode is just harder puzzles, and square mode is just even harder puzzles, just based purely on my knowledge of the mechanics. So, I'm not going to be able to do a fair video on this one. As you may recall from my video on Energy Cycle, this game is a puzzle game, and I suck at puzzle games, and this game has just thrown me for dozens of loops. I've only been able to get I've only been able to get 3 puzzles done in this game. And this game's puzzles are so difficult that the game actually gives you a trophy for finishing every single level in the entire bloody game. I'm not serious. Like, I've gotten 3 bronze trophies for finishing the 3 levels that I have and getting up to level 4. So let's just hop into level 1. Hopefully it'll show me the little cutscene that shows up that'll explain the story. It does. This doesn't really make that much sense in the grand scheme of things until they start talking, and the cutscenes are a bit weird. They don't have any voice acting or anything, and they're a little bit weirdly written. Like, the guy has like a 99% grasp on the English language, but you can tell he wasn't born into it or something like that. Not particularly great. I kind of liked Energy Cycle better because they didn't even bother having a story. It was just like, here's a logic puzzle, go for it. Well, there was a story, but they didn't actually use these weird-ass cutscenes to talk about the plot. I'll just pick the actual Vita up. I've been having it on my desk for the last 2 minutes. Looks like the space anomaly has killed our engine. How do you like the idea of drifting forever in space, Meowie? And then it shifts to Meowie, and a little bit of a weird spiral that kind of makes me feel ill. Very, very odd, I gotta say. Also, the music does change. But anyway, let's actually get on to talking about the game. So this is Power Balance. Energy Balance, sorry. It would be better named Power Balance, but whatever. So, the way this game works is, see that little number there, 9 out of 16? I need to make that number equal 16. So the idea is I can swap any particular number with any other particular number. So, I've swapped out a few to make it 21 out of 16. You can use the D-pad or the touchscreen for this. And to make it 16, I just need to swap the O and the 5. So, I've completed the level. Fantastic. Let's go into a level that I know I can't beat. Just to demonstrate what a bigger form of this game is like. I'm going to skip the dialogue. It doesn't really have any relevance to anything. So, here we go. This is a much more complicated level. Now, the idea with this game is that the levels are actually procedurally generated, so every time you go into a level, the numbers will be completely different. So I can't just, find out the answer and then just swap everything already. Since the numbers are all different, I actually have to make an effort. So I have to figure out what exact layout the numbers have to be in for all 7 of these bloody things in order to get all of them working at once. Now, I know this one has to be the -7, the one that I'm currently highlighted on, which is the one with the orange stars around it. That needs to be there because there's no other -7 on the board. And this one here is a free one, so I can put any one of these numbers around here into any of the chains and then swap out the one that's already there with the other one to make it just a little bit easier on myself. The problem, though, is that you have to make all 7 of these match. All 7. And this is puzzle number 4. Out of, like, 20? So, it's ridiculously difficult. I have to say, it is one of the most ridiculous fucking puzzles I've played in puzzle games in a really long time, just because it's so freaking insane. I have no idea how to make this work. I've been playing for an hour, and the only way I've managed to get past any of the puzzles except the first one is via pure brute force, literally just trying everything and hoping I get it right. Most of the solutions that I have managed to figure out in this bloody game have been ones that have made multiple lines make sense without me even noticing. Just because the game is so weird like that. I'm not going to say that the game isn't beatable, because obviously if he's able to procedurally generate every single puzzle in the game, every puzzle has to be beatable from the get-go. But good lord! I mean, this is way beyond my capabilities. I fully admit that this is way beyond me. I am purely incapable of this. I admit this. The game is just really fucking difficult for me. So I, for the life of me, can't... I for the life of me, fully admit that this is not a good video for you to decide on outside of just watching me trying to fumble around and actually beat the game. I've got 3 lines going here, but that's not going to do me very well, because if you try and play this like a puzzle game like Picross, for example, I love Picross. I will play Picross to the ends of the bloody earth. However, you can't play this game like Picross. You want to know why? Because if you get close to getting all of the numbers done, like I managed to get on this puzzle, like just for the purpose of demonstration, that's what the puzzle looks like now. Let me go and open up my photos, because I have a screenshot saved here of a puzzle that was almost complete. Someone will probably be able to tell me in the comments how I'm supposed to beat this one. But as you can see, I almost had the puzzle figured out here, but I just couldn't for the life of me get it. And that really sucks. That happens a lot. You end up in a situation like this if you're trying to clear it line by line, where you can't figure out what has to go with what without breaking 3 other lines in the process. As I said, the only way I've managed to figure out puzzle solutions in this game is to just pull it off completely by accident. Oh, there's your options, by the way. You can turn the sound off and all that. Which, to be fair, I should probably do, because the last game got me copyright striked, and I can see this game getting me copyright striked as well. Well, not copyright striked, but it'll be picked up by the bots and I won't be able to make ad revenue on it. Apparently, the internet also agrees with me on this one, because every review and everything I could find about this game, every review and everything I could find, had this game at something like, what's the word? Had this game, like, every single review I could find of this game was this puzzle. This puzzle in the single player mode was the puzzle that got everybody, apparently. Every video I could find, every screenshot I could find, I admittedly didn't look very hard, but everything that I could find was this puzzle. And that just kind of made me laugh, because at least it made me feel like that I wasn't completely alone on this part. Because, honest to God, this game can be really freaking difficult at points. But yeah, you know, that's just how the game is. I'm not going to say the game is bad, because I legitimately can't be sure. It's that complex. But if I had to make a guess, I would say, yeah, it's alright. It's like Energy Cycle. It's just, it's focused on one thing. It probably does that one thing okay. If you like this sort of thing, you might have a good time with it. I can't be sure. I'm not the person you want to be talking to about this. I'm really not. Let me make my best attempt to solve this puzzle, but I can't guarantee that I will. So I need to get an extra 2 onto this top line, but almost everything else is in the right spot. If I only had a +5, I could put it right there. Let's try this. So okay, I moved that up. And now I'm 1 over on that. Now I need to take one away from this line. But this line also here needs an extra 2 on it, so that... So if I move the 8 over there, that might work. Right, so... I've got some of this working. Okay, -4 up there definitely won't work. And also, it breaks that line there. How else can I make that line? Well, if... I can't move that 7, so -7 and a +7 won't work. Maybe I could... No, that wouldn't work either. Well, no, that would, I would be able to move this out. So if I move this out, and then this out... Right, but then that needs to be +6. Yeah. You can see how I get stumped. I'm used to the sort of Picross way of surviving things. What's going to be next? A puzzle survival game? That would be horrifying. Please don't. I just gave you an idea. Please don't do that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I really don't know what I'm doing. Well, just for the purpose of demonstration, if I reset the puzzle, my numbers are all completely different now. So as you can see, the +7 is exactly the right place to start off with. There definitely doesn't need to be any minus numbers up the top here, but there do need to be some on the side. So we should probably swap the 6 and the 7. Wow, I actually got that without even trying. Whoops, wrong button. That needs to be 9, and I don't have any +9s, so I can swap these two, and then I'll be done with that. Let's move this over here. Okay, so that's now -12, so I need to take 3 off that line. How do I do that? No, can't do that. I do have a -6, but it's all the way over on the wrong side of the line. So if I just move it like that, we're down to 10. Okay. Move that down there. Move the +1 up. Move the +0, the -0 over here. So now I just need to... Now I just need to get the -6 onto that line. Right? No. Need to take 4 off. That. So move that one over there. And put this 0 here. And that's a line. I've got to get this 5 out of the way. So if I put this 5 up here, does that line. If I only had a spare +3. God, this is driving me mad. I tell you, man, I'm really not good at these. Someone is definitely yelling at me in the comments, saying, "Hey, this is how you solve that puzzle." It's a shame I can't actually give you the puzzle to solve, because again, it's all procedurally generated. You'd be able to show me just how much of an idiot I truly am. I have everything solved except these 2 lines, but the problem is if I move any of these, it just won't work. Yeah, we've been here for 15 minutes, and I'm probably going to keep you here for like 30 minutes longer, so I am not even going to try. I hope that was a good enough video for you to decide if you want energy balance or not, though, because it's the best you're going to get. I really do apologize for that. Oh well. This has been Blue Maxima, and I will see you all next time.